All right, we continue here with the previews. NFC East. We got the Dallas Cowboys up next. All right, let's talk about the Cowboys. Last year, they made the playoffs. They went 12-5, won the division. Um, Lost in the wild card to the Packers. Um, yeah, their biggest signings this all season were Ezekiel Elliott. They brought him back for a year. Royce Freeman, another running back for a year, and Eric Kendricks, linebacker. Um, that is because these are the things that they lost. um, Stephon Gilmore not there anymore on defense. Andresh retired. Uh, Tony Pollard, free agent, Tennessee Titans. Michael Gallup retired. Tyron Smith left. He's with the Jets. Taylor Biadasz left. He's with the Commanders. Dorrance Armstrong, a depth piece, and went to the Commanders. Dante Fowler as well, depth piece, went to the Commanders. Neville Gallimore went to the Dolphins. Jonathan Hankins went to the Seahawks. So they lost some people. They let a lot of people go. They only signed three. We'll see how that goes. They drafted the offensive tackle Taylor Guyton from Oklahoma in the first round. Um, that's they did there. Obviously, they lost um, Dan Quinn. They brought back an old friend in Mike Zimmer. Um, they should have just hired Alan Harris, and now they make him an assistant head coach to keep him around. But Al Harris should have got a shot. All right, offensively, the obviously we know Dak is there. Don't need to worry about that. Linebacker Zeke, Rico Dowdle, and Deuce Vaughn. See what that backfield looks like. Zeke kind of was underused in New England last year and didn't seem like he was good. Receiver, CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks are the only two. They have Turpin, they have Tolbert, so we'll see who can step in as the number three there. Tight end, they have Jake Ferguson. I think they're solid there. The line. The line is going to revamping. Uh Obviously, like I said, Tyron Smith left, Biadasz left. So they are going with a new center, Cooper Beebe, who they drafted. Um, and Zach Martin's still there at guard. So that'll be a nice body to have next to you. Tackle, I don't know. I have to see the depth chart that they have right now. Give me 1 second. All right. So Edoga is starting at one tackle, left tackles. Tyler Smith is the one guard. Brock Hoffman, actually, not Cooper Beatty, be a center, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. Um, yeah. Yeah. Line used to be a strong suit for the Cowboys. We'll see if they're able to coach up these guys who have no experience yet. You do have to start somewhere, but this is going to be a little shaky. Obviously, defense. They do get a new defensive coordinator, but they still have the pass rushing pieces. Demarcus Lawrence, one more year older, but he's still got some left in the tank. 32 now. Michael Parsons on the other side. In the middle, Maisie Smith, uh, Oza Odigizwawa. That's in the middle, and Joseph backing those guys up. Linebacker Eric Kendricks, Damon Clark, who's been there, and that's about it. Everybody else is new. A corner, obviously, Trayvon Diggs coming back. Jordan Lewis, the other end. They did trade for Andrew Booth Jr. We'll see where he fits in. Malik Hooker's still there as safety. Marquise Bell still there as safety. Donovan Wilson. So a lot of the familiar faces, the Cowboys in the secondary. They do have their number one back, Trayvon Diggs. That's going to be good. they're not going to be as strong on the other side because they let Stefan go, and that made them really strong there on the other side. Um, let's see, pass rush they'll be fine. Linebackers they'll be okay. So once again, another team that I think the defense will be strong. I think the offense will be fine too. It's just, especially early, I think this line's going to be an issue. I don't know where this offense might end up being a pass first offense because I don't know how much they can get out of Zeke. We'll see. He has a lot to prove. He is back where he started, so that'll be a something to take a look at there. But the line worries me, but still think Dak is going to get his. They start at Cleveland. It's going to be a tough one. I think Cleveland gets that at home. Uh, New Orleans, they'll win. Baltimore in Dallas, I think Baltimore wins. Giants, they'll win. Pittsburgh, I remember what I said when I did the Pittsburgh. Um, but I could see Pittsburgh winning this. The Lions could win this. 49ers will win that. Falcons will beat the Falcons. Eagles are going to split with the Eagles. Texans, they'll probably win. So let me see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So just of looking at the schedule going through the games, I see 9-8, maybe 10-7 for the Cowboys, and that's just going off the schedule. Like I said, there's a lot of these games that they're fairly evenly matched that they could end up, getting a win over, and it'll turn into 11 and 11-6. You know what I mean? I keep forgetting the records aren't what they used to, and it's been like that for a couple years. Um, but yeah, like it should beat the Saints, should beat the Giants twice. The one with Pittsburgh's up in the air. It should beat Atlanta. They'll split with the Eagles. Should be the Commanders both times. So right there, Commanders, Giants two times. That's 4. One was the Eagles 5. Buccaneers they'll beat. The Panthers they'll beat. That is 6 wins right there. Um, Falcons they'll beat. That is 7. And then New Orleans that's 8 right there. Obviously, they face Cincinnati. We'll see. They face Houston. That's a game that they could take at home. 49ers, we'll see. Lions might be more evenly matched than we think. Pittsburgh, more evenly matched. So, and even the opener against the Browns, we'll see if they can flip that or even, you know, get around. But this is a team with some turnover. They're not rebuilding, they're regrouping. Uh, Speaking of running backs, they did sign Dalvin Cook to the practice squad. So they do have that. They can elevate him as games go. With the new practice squad expansion and the practice squad rules with the elevations, it forces these GMs to play somewhat of a game how to construct a roster, honestly. And then, the roster isn't just a 53, it is the practice squad players as well. But I think 10-7, 11-6 is the Cowboys record. It hasn't been a back-to-back division winner in this division. So I don't, unless they're ready to break it. There's been better teams that seem, even better Cowboys team, better, Eagles team who we'll talk about next that didn't repeat. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It'll be an interesting season for the Cowboys in the NFC East. We've only got one more team to go, and that'll be the Philadelphia Eagles. And we'll get to that next. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.